Okay, running. Let me scroll over so I can look at the same set of people. Running is, in my opinion, the hardest of the disciplines to get athletes to understand and buy into. For me, for the way we do things, which is we run a lot. We don't run super hard all the time, which is what most people do because they like to make it fun. They like to see what they can do during the week. They could care less. They don't have the patience to see what things are going to look out for at the end of the line. I don't care how you feel about how fast you're going during training. I care about how hard and how fast you can go when you race. I also understand that takes an incredible amount of patience. It takes an incredible amount of buy-in. So before I get rolling on that, I want to, and we're going to go into a different athlete's training peaks here, a female, and we'll go over a block of stuff and how we kind of got from point A to point, whatever we want to call it, G. In terms of why easy running. And I never should have said run slow to get fast because people think, well, you're just going to get slower. What I probably should have said is you need to run easier more often so you can run fast in the future. And so what I mean by that is running easy, or what running easy does. And I'm going to try to use this analogy here is, so your body with its capillaries and recruiting muscle fibers, like basically it's like an intensive network of plumbing. Okay. So what happens is, and please forgive me with my whiteboard drawing, it is not user-friendly with the cursor, is this. So when you go out for easy runs, you're able to recruit and increase more total capillaries here. They're skinny, they're not really huge, they're just here, but you can create a lot, right? And by also not creating a tremendous amount of stress. When you go out for harder runs, which is what people love to do, let's say this one's like super thick or whatever, you might be able to create one of these and maybe one of these, right? Much thicker, much more purposeful, the icing on the cake, if you will. But what's going to happen is I did these on Monday, okay? I can also go out on Tuesday and do the exact same thing. I can increase, I can become more efficient, I can recruit more muscle fibers. The benefit of the going hard one is that I might have got this, looking like a pig snout, I might have got these two pipes for my plumbing on a Tuesday, but now I'm not going to be able to do anything worthwhile because I'm so tired until a Friday. I'll take this number over this number. What also you need to take into account is the physiological cost associated with running hard. If you're an athlete that doesn't have a wide enough range of an aerobic base and you have it maybe this small, then your fast is probably this much of it. So about half, okay? We can't always dip into that because you're more likely to get hurt. One of the very first coaches I ever followed like 15 years ago was Gordo Byrne, author of a ton of books. He founded a company called Endurance Corner. Very, very, very well-respected coach. And reading through all his stuff, he said, if you are 70.3 or Ironman training, it is almost useless and counterproductive to run anything over a zone 3. Ever. In heavy load. And what he means by that is that you think, oh, I've got to run fast to be fast. A, that's not true, as a lot of you found out running your 5K test this last week, is 70.3 in Ironman training specifically is about what? Overall load, right? Who slows down the least? If you're asking an athlete to run fast or run hard in the middle of doing 14, 15, 16, 18-hour weeks, and you ask them to head to the track to do a session, what are you asking for? You're asking for them to break, okay? You're asking them to run at a speed and run at an effort that they are not going to even get close to on race day. Yet in deep Ironman training, you see people head to the track workouts running 400s and you're thinking, you're never, ever, ever going to run that in a race. Ever, ever. Well, what you're doing is you're risking tipping the curve or taking too many Jenga blocks out and tipping the whole thing over. The other thing not just besides keeping running easier allows to keep you healthier, is that if you're healthier and you're running easier, you can also do what? You can run more. Right? So you're recruiting more, you're becoming more aerobically efficient, becoming more durable. Where most of you get caught up and you struggle is that you don't find time to run enough, or you cut corners when you're asked to run, or you think the 25-minute run that I ask you to do is meaningless. Well, if you skip 3 20-minute runs a week, then you're skipping 4 hours of running over the course of a month. You're skipping almost 50 hours of running over the course of a year. Every little bit counts, especially when you're trying to create, because cycling and swimming, we can get away with a lot. Why? Because you're not putting that pounding and load like you are in running. Okay. Questions real quick before I hop in.